I believe a destiny helper is only relevant and can only become successful if there's a destiny receiver.
Ooh.
What happens is that a lot of times we pray for a destiny helper, but we don't prepare to receive. We are at that point in life now where it's about applicability. It's about value. What can you offer in exchange for remuneration, right?
Ooh.
A lot of immigrants arrive the shores of America with usually a small bag, a few dollars in their pocket, a big dream in their heart, and one prayer in their spirit for a destiny helper to change their story. Despite their levels of education, their exposure, their spirit of resilience, the spirit of hard work, a lot of them still find it very difficult to break through the American dream, to be high achieving and to achieve some of those goals that they have in their heart before coming to this great nation. In this video, I'll be talking about some of the reasons why immigrants find it difficult to achieve those dreams, and what they can do specifically to change the story and turn the narrative around so that a few years from now, you will be happily singing about all the different things you were able to achieve with your American dream. No, thank you, Irene. I certainly appreciate that. I feel very humble, and it comes from a place of genuine care, right? Because the way I look at it, when I look at all the different communities, especially in America, which is the country where we live, greatest nation on earth, right? Each of these communities, the Chinese community, the Italian American, the Jewish community, all of them have their anchor in their countries of original heritage, right?
Yes.
And I look at us as African people, most importantly. I look at our looks, our intellect, right? Our capability, our resilience, our ability to challenge ourselves. And I tell myself, why aren't we great yet? And what has even leveled the playing field for us is, look at us today. We're talking out of a studio here, and there are people watching us from all over the world, which means therefore that the world, especially the transfusion of information, has been democratized. What that means is that a young man sitting in my village of Santa, who many years ago could only hold his eyes and hope that someday he goes to Bamenda and maybe watches a television, Messiah TV. Today with his phone and internet can connect to the world, which means his geographical location is not a limitation to his mental location. So when I was at that, I looked at that lady talking. I saw a lot of similarities in what you're trying to do. And I realized that the only way we can succeed is to duplicate ourselves, because the cake is big enough.
You're right.
If the cake is not big enough, let's go out and bake a bigger cake.
Oh, I like that. That
is really what it comes down to. Right? And we are at that really turning point in the history of our lives, where our generation has a major challenge in their hands. We can make or break it. Because we are that second generation of immigrants in some of these countries around the world, right? And we have a moral responsibility to make sure that, like other major immigrant communities that are maybe in their 6th, 7th generations, like the Jews, the Germans, right? We have to make sure that there is a clear bridge between us and our continent. Okay? And for us to do that, especially in the times now where there are no longer geographical locations, our minds have to first of all envision that bridge. And then we start doing things that has the ability to inspire somebody who might be watching us right now and sitting in Cote d'Ivoire, in Ghana, in Senegal, whatever part of Africa they are, to realize that, listen, with that pig farm, I can start. With that skill to make a leather shoes, I don't need to only be a repairer of shoes. I can start making shoes, because now there's a global market where it can be put upon and somebody can get it from anywhere in the world. That is the message. That is the spirit. That's why when I saw the work you're doing, I told myself, I would like to sit down with her sometimes and walk through some of these things, so that somebody who might be part of her community can latch on to this spirit and realize that, listen,
Yes.
In this life we live, you are either in a problem, you are heading towards one, or you are just coming out of one.
And it's,
right?
it's a non-stop journey.
It's a non-stop process because most people will see the story,
yes, they see
the
the
glory,
success.
but they never understand the story.
Ooh, I love that
Right?
piece. I love it.
And the other thing I realized across life, even with challenges that I've faced in my life,
Yes.
which have been measured to at different points in time, is that at the end of the day, nobody is coming to save you.
Nope.
You got to stand
You
up.
got to stand up.
You got to step up.
Yes.
And you got to decide in your spirit
Yes.
that I am going to fight no matter what. People like you, people like us,
Yes.
we try to help to give you more motivation,
Yes.
to inspire you, make you know that it's possible.
It's possible.
But you have to also take that action
Thank you.
by also
Thank
starting
you.
to rewire your mind,
Thank
to
you.
tell your spirit that, listen, where I started is not a verdict
Thank
on
you.
my destiny.
Ooh. Okay. See, we're not playing here with the kind of guests we want to bring on our platform, right, my darlings? One thing that he mentioned that just everything he said is so powerful, but we're going to take a lot of episodes to download and expand on different topics.
Correct.
But one thing you said about our continent is that we are somewhere, I think the mindset, the general mindset, because of the political and whatever happening there, the mindset is that manna is going to fall from heaven. And that somebody, my destiny helper, might just show up. And so our prayers there are just like, who is there who's coming to save me? And you said something profound. Nobody is coming to save you. There was a day I just posted recently. I said, I cannot love you more than you love yourself.
Absolutely.
So I can wish you to make it. I can motivate you. I did it. You too can. But I cannot come to it for you. And so what Brother Gustav and I are saying to you guys is this. We too have been through a mess. I don't want us to use this setting to start talking about the differentness. It's not even that important right now. But we too have been through the struggles you're going through. Be it rejection, be it waiting, the same mindset you two have. Be it a place where we're thinking, hey, where's the person coming to help me? But at some point, I want to ask Brother Gustav especially, when was that point in your life that you transitioned from, I'm no more the victim of circumstances of my situation, to, hey, I have to do something about it? And how did that materialize to where you are today?
Awesome. Awesome, yes.
Hey, listen here, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you stopping by the channel. Every time you stop by the channel to watch my content, it fills me with a lot of motivation to continue to find the best information to provide you. While you are on the channel, I also want to let you know that over 80% of people who watch my channel have not subscribed yet to the channel. Why don't you do me this favor? Go ahead and hit the subscription key and also hit the notification bell. That way, anytime I have new content, you'll be able to be the first one to get it.
I think that's a beautiful thing. First of all, you talked about just, a destiny helper, right? I believe a destiny helper is only relevant and can only become successful if there's a destiny receiver.
Ooh.
What happens is that a lot of times we pray for a destiny helper, but we don't prepare to receive.
No.
I don't know if it makes sense.
You make a lot of sense.
Prepare to receive.
Yes.
What that means, I'll give you a very simple example, right? I have a group of young men. I talk to them very often. I coach them. I try to encourage them about different businesses they can do, right?
Yes.
Some of them are in America, some of them are out of America, right?
Yes.
I was talking to one the other day, and I said, I understand you just came from Ghana, right? I know you have a degree and all that good stuff. That's great stuff.
Yes.
Have you thought about setting up a landscaping business?
Ooh.
Now, think about this for a second, right?
Yes.
My best friend, he's called Kingsley. He lives here in Houston.
Yes.
Okay. This guy just came through remodeling his home here in Houston.
Yes.
And I can't tell you the amount of money he spent on that.
Yes.
And we were just having a chat, and we are like,
Do you know what, King? I noticed that all the contractors who remodel their homes,
Yes.
none of them is from Africa.
Yep. They're probably
Because
from-
most of us don't realize that some of those skills are so valuable.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Think about this. The guy who just set up his gate, his electronic gate, to be able to open remotely and close, $18,000. His AC remodel system was over 120 grand.
See?
A 24-year-old Mexican guy set it up. So I started asking this young man, I said, listen, I am telling you, right? Understand how not only this country works, but how life works, right?
Yes.
Life, we are at that point in life now where it's about applicability.
Yes.
It's about value.
Yes.
What can you offer in exchange for remuneration, right?
Ooh.
I'll give you an example. The gentleman who mows my lawn in Austin, Texas.
Yes.
I met this guy 8 years ago
Whoa.
when we moved to Austin and we started renting before we bought a home, right?
Yes.
And this gentleman came with an old F50, 150 Ford pickup truck.
Yes.
The truck was one-sided, right?
Yes.
And he will come mow my lawn twice a month. I paid him $100. Today, fast forward 9 years, he still mows my lawn, right?
Wow.
I pay him now about $140 a month for twice a month.
Yes.
But here is the kicker, Irene. This guy has 600 homes within our community. He mows. He has 4 teams. And one of his team is the one in charge of our community.
Wow.
600, let's even make it $100.
Woo.
600 times $100, that's $60,000
a month.
Okay. I know for a fact, even when I was working in IT, making good money, I knew he was my boss when it comes to earnings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's a guy who doesn't even speak English well. He doesn't even have a GED, but he applied the skill he has. The reason why I share this story is because there are a lot of people watching us.
Yes.
We all were raised with education, go to school,
Become a
It's
doctor.
a great thing, I don't deny.
Yes.
But we all have some innate gift in us.
Oh, my.
We all have some innate blessings and certain skills that comes to us naturally. And when you have those skills, don't minimize them.
Yes.
When you have those skills, don't underestimate those skills.
Yes.
Because those skills, today where we are, has the ability to propel you to places where nothing else can take you. So if you're sitting and listening to us speak today, maybe you are that person who knows how to make bags.
Yes.
Maybe you are that person who just even knows how to sew clothes. Maybe you are that person who have a gift of artistry.
Yes.
There's a gentleman in Douala, Cameroon, a young man. This guy has something he does with sand. Irene, I've never seen somebody produce a piece of art with sand like that guy. I forget his name. I wish I can remember his name. If he's watching or anybody who is watching knows him, put his name. So we give him some. Now, these are all gifts we have, right? And the beautiful thing about the time we live today is that there is room for your gift.
Oh my.
There is no competition when you are working on your gift and purpose.